So we'll get ready to start the minute. So for the moment, we're going to do a pain or heal. So I had this set up to look all nice and everything, and all Vegas-y. Well, that's pointless. So, no, not default. I like these colors. Robot, let's see what you get. Well, shit. Alright, let's see. See what Dave's up to today. Nothing really new, so we're not going to do that. Kay's latest one was pretty bland. Oh, was it Storm? Sorry. I'm dumb. Alright, Storm, sorry. I guess it's yours, and yeah, your luck's better. No, summer cooking's god-awful. Some of it's just okay. So what can we watch that's going to be painful? I have an idea. Boop. Was it this one? Yeah. How about we do some debunking evolution? This is always a fun one. And they're kind of short. And this is going to be about adaptation.
Is it just me, or has the evolution from one kind of animal into another ever been seen? So Darwin's finches left South America, traveled to the Galapagos Islands, and over time, each island developed its own species. But is that really evolution?
Yes.
Jane.
That is evolution.
Got a new app for my phone. Flashlight. I love this phone. It's got like everything you need on it. It's got GPS. It's got constellations. What did people do before smartphones?
Their homework.
Dude, watch this.
Nice. Now can we turn the lights back on so we can study?
Yeah, sure.
You and yourself.
I know, right? This phone and me, we're gonna take over the world.
Can it make me happy?
Yeah. Oops. Wrong icon. I'll have them on in just a second.
Dog.
Jane? Jane!
Why do they think they're funny?
How does that even... I guess those extra gigabytes really paid off.
Henrietta! Henrietta!
Jane?
There you are! Oh, man. Since the lights went out again, I went to make sure Henrietta had some water. Oh, come here, babies. Aw. Well, don't we look cute together?
Yeah, the resemblance is frightening.
Oh, you didn't think I was...
You said, make me a puppy.
My phone is pretty amazing, but it can only do things it's programmed to do. Hey, that's it. That's the difference.
What's the difference?
I've been reading through a textbook.
Not understanding it, as per usual.
Creatures change, like Darwin's finches, or these tortoises. But this isn't evolution by natural forces. If these animals were programmed to adapt like that.
I see what you're saying.
They do not get software updates from God, you dumbasses. Jesus fucking Christ. They were programmed to do this. Oh, and then they get little software updates. So they do like this. Because God's a hacker, top tier. We're talking white hat, motherfuckers. Fucking kill me.
Many evolutionists consider any change as evolution.
That's
which makes it
that's
seem like
because
we're
it
always evolving
is.
upward, but not.
There's no direction. It's not evolving upward. It's just evolving. It's not a ladder. It's not how it works. It's just everyone just evolves. Everything just evolves. It just happens. It does. It exists. It is. It just is.
Not all changes come from accidental errors through mutation. Some pre-programmed variation helps animals adapt through genetic recombining. Now, look at this. Our book lists the sources of genetic variation. This page lists the two main sources of change as mutation and genetic recombination.
So mutations would be accidents, errors?
Right. Mutations are usually caused when there's an error copying a creature's genetic information, which is found in its DNA. It can lose, duplicate, or even copy letters in the genetic code.
But if I delete, scramble, or duplicate letters, won't I eventually get a new word?
Sure, but a new word doesn't necessarily mean anything.
So if I scramble the letters in puppy,
Oh my god, they're so dumb.
it just means gibberish?
Exactly. Mutations might be able to create a new combination of letters, but it needs to have a meaning for the cell to use as a blueprint later on.
I mean, it doesn't. It doesn't have to have a meaning because it's not fucking words. It just has to function generally for it to actually have an effect. Now, that function could be benign, banal, whatever you want to call it. I'm sorry, it's benign, I guess is the word. Banal, listen to me, I'm tired. It doesn't have to have like any significant effect. A change could just be there. It's neutral. It does nothing. No major change. And it just sticks around because it doesn't affect it in a positive or negative way. Negative changes tend to cause a lack of reproduction because you don't get to have the sexy time or survive long enough to have the sexy time. Whereas the positive changes are the things that stick around, allow you to procreate and survive. Yeah, which the mutation is in a non-coding region of the DNA, i.e. an area of the DNA that doesn't directly encode to protein. Yeah, exactly. Robot's the scientist here. I'm the layman. Robot's my science backup. These are all also mutations that don't shift or alter the protein structure. Mm-hmm.
In other words, a code isn't really a code without some assigned meaning.
It's also not a goddamn code. It's not a code. DNA is not a fucking code. It is not a goddamn ones and zeros code. It is not letters making fucking words. It is not a code in the sense it's colloquialism. It is just us making a comparison to something in a similar way for us to more easily understand it. My God, why do they do this every goddamn time? Exactly. I hate it. I hate this every goddamn time.
Gibberish can't create anything.
So mutations are always bad?
Yeah. Look at what it says. Some mutations, such as those that cause genetic disease,
Wait.
create anything.
So mutations are always bad?
No. No, they are not. Mutations can be positive, negative, or neutral. They can be any of the three. You can have a mutation that just changes the fur color of an animal, and maybe that fur color makes them a little better at hiding, which could mean that they are able to stalk prey easier. It could mean they could avoid becoming prey easier. It could mean they can attract more mates. Not every mutation is bad. I don't know where they get this. I mean, I know where they get it, their ass, but still. Exactly. If a mutation is bad, for sure, that's what happens. If your fur, for instance, mutates to where you're more easily exposed in the environment you live in, you're more likely to get got. You're gonna die. You will not make that sweet, sweet whoopee. And then we know little ones running around with your little fur color.
Yeah. Look at what it says. Some mutations, such as those that cause genetic diseases, may be lethal. Other mutations
Let's see
may
where they
lower
stop.
fitness by decreasing an individual's ability to survive and reproduce. Still, other mutations may improve an individual's ability to survive and reproduce.
It looks like they agree that mutations are bad, but then why do they say some may improve an individual?
Because mutations happen in an individual first? Like, you have to have the first one to do this, and then the procreation process happens, and if more of them survive, then you look at it on a more, on a species level, rather than an individual. It leads itself committing unalive true.
They give you an example right here. Over the past 20 years, mutations in the mosquito genome have made many African mosquitoes resistant to the chemical pesticides once used to control them.
Okay.
Yeah, because, on an individual species that then get passed on to subsequent generations. Yeah, fitness and evolution is how often and likely an organism is to fuck true.
So it looks like the mosquitoes are better off because of mutation.
Yes, but what they don't tell you is that resistance actually came from a loss of information in the mosquito's genetic code.
Okay. And why does that matter? Why does that fucking matter? Like, I don't know if that's necessarily true, if it was like loss of information. Maybe it was.
The mosquito's ability to control its enzyme production is now messed up. And one of the strange side effects of too many enzymes is increased pesticide resistance. However, normal mosquitoes without the disease are much healthier in the wild where there is no pesticide.
Question. On the areas where there is pesticides, is that still not the wild? Are they fucking pet mosquitoes? I don't know what they think. I don't know if they actually think, to be fair. But just because there's no pesticides in the area doesn't mean that it's the wild, and the area with the pesticides isn't the wild. It's outside. That's what it means in the wild when it comes to an animal or plant. It's something that exists outside of like human care. We don't take care of the mosquitoes in any kind of like significant sense. I just don't get. Let's just go.
It was a loss of information, but it was a benefit for those mosquitoes, right?
Yes.
Well, they only benefit by being more resistant to the pesticide.
Which means they survive and they get to do the horizontal bop or however the mosquitoes fucking do it. It might be vertical. I don't know. I'm not really familiar with mosquito sex. I'm sure Zafrank has a video on it. In fact, I'm pretty damn sure it does exist. But the fact is, yes, it's a benefit. And it's like, well, it only benefits them, and it benefits them enough to live and survive and thrive. That means it's a benefit. You can butt all you want, but your butts are goddamn pointless. It's so fucking dumb.
The point is, by losing information, they lost control of an enzyme's production. Now, evolution needs to explain gains of information over time. And the same goes for other examples that...
I mean, it doesn't, because the gains happen too. It's both. It's not just one of the... Jesus goddamn Christ. It's a change. It's not just one or the other. Both happen. Sometimes when the DNA copies, new stuff's added. Maybe stuff fuses. Maybe stuff separates. I mean, look at us. We didn't lose information, technically. Chromosomes fused. Different from chimps and bonobos. So our evolutionary track changed because of the fusing of two different chromosomes. We didn't lose information, technically. it is the same. It just changed in how it was presented, as it were, and how it was read out by our bodies as we evolved over time as a species.
They give, like bacteria becoming more resistant, bone density, humans becoming more resistant to HIV.
But if a population of creatures continues to lose information, could it be deadly for them?
Bingo! But here's the reason.
Oh my fucking god.
People count on that loss of information from mutations to create the genetic blueprint for every living.
It isn't just losses. It isn't just the losses. I can't even right now. Oh my god.
Creature on Earth out of nothing.
Out of nothing?
That's crazy.
You believe in a magic man that made everything from nothing. Ex nihilo. That is what the creation story is. You believe in that. It never ceases to amaze me, the bullshit that these people spew.
No way, that's so impossible. It destroys evolution.
Right?
It doesn't,
Okay,
because you're
so
not
what about
reading
the
it
other-
right. CRISPR. This technology is based on an observed phenomenon with a bacteria. The enzyme looks for sections of DNA that fit a certain pattern that happen to fit invading DNA from bacteriophages or viruses that infect bacteria. The DNA from these viruses gets incorporated into host genome, recognized by the enzyme when it's present in the cytosol, the bacterial body cavity, and taken out. This is the addition of information to DNA. But here's the thing. There's a lot of big words that are more than 2 fucking syllables. And that's hard for them to understand with their simple, tiny little brains. They're smooth marbles, my friend. They're dumb. They're people of the land, morons.
Program change, or you called it genetic recombination.
Look at what it says here.
Oh,
Most heritable
all right. I'm going to see how much I'm going to read this.
differences are due not to mutations, but to genetic recombination. So,
Let's read that you stopped reading after one fucking sentence.
look at what it says here. Most
All right, let's move this bullshit out of here. Mutations are not only the only source of heritable variations. You do not look exactly like your biological parents, even though they gave you all your genes. You probably look even less like any brother or sisters you may have. Yet, no matter how you feel about your relatives, mutant genes are not primarily what makes them look so different from you. Most heritable differences are due not to mutation, but to genetic recombination during sexual reproduction. Remember that each chromosome is a pair, and a pair moves independently during meiosis. In humans who have 23 pairs of chromosomes, this process can produce 8.4 million gene combinations. Crossing over in another way in which genes are recombined. Recall that crossing over occurs during meiosis. In this process, paired chromosomes often swap lengths of DNA at random. Crossing over further increases the number of new genotypes created in each generation. You can understand why in species that reproduce sexually, no siblings except identical twins ever look exactly the same or exactly alike. Now, after all of that, what bullshit are they going to go with?
Most heritable differences are due not to mutations, but to genetic recombination. So, God not only created all the animals, he also passed.
You're jumping the gun going to God here, buddy. You ain't proved it yet. You gotta go with the proving of the God first before you go into the God did a thing part. You know what I mean? That's the cart before the horse.
Pack them with enough genetic information that would allow them to adapt to different environments and varieties we see today.
Jesus Christ.
So adaptation is real?
Yeah, I saw an explanation of it in the Focus on Earth Science. Individuals with characteristics that are poorly suited to the environment are less likely to survive and reproduce.
Over time, poorly suited characteristics may disappear from the species.
So a population of animals can adapt by expressing variety over time, but there are limits to how much they can change.
In what way?
Environmental pressures. Generally.
Think about rolling dice. If you had 2 dice, you could roll anything between 2 and 12. The variety is programmed into the dice, but you can't roll anything higher.
They love using programmed and code. Like, using technical jargon is going to make their stances any more fucking reasonable. They still believe in magic.
Or lower.
I get what you're saying. Likewise, animals can express a lot of variety. But there's a limit because of the finite genetic information they have.
Except if mutations happen, that creates more combinations. If there's new information added to things, more things can happen. Yeah, exactly. They'd be fucked. You're not wrong.
Exactly. And while we've seen some pretty amazing varieties within the kinds God created,
Kinds isn't a category.
like in dogs, one basic kind of animal can never change into another.
I mean, they can in a weird sense because it's a new species, it's a new animal, but it doesn't stop being what it was previously. For instance, humans are apes. Not all apes are humans. They can't define what a kind is because a kind isn't a thing. Remember, bats were part of the bird kind in the Bible. So, because bats are birds because they fly. Duh. And again, we see birds. Birds are dinosaurs. Not all dinosaurs are birds because not all dinosaurs survived. It's a specific family of dinosaur that survived long enough to evolve further into what is today's birds. That's how it works. I don't get it. They try so hard to be so stupid. They try so hard. And it hurts me. It is so goddamn painful.
And that fits with all the examples we see in these textbooks.
Although they like to point out the differences in finch beaks and tortoises.
It's just adaptation within the genetic limits of that kind.
They're not going to magically turn into ducks. You're not going to see a turtle turn into a duck. This isn't that.
Right, but then they pass it off as evolution.
Because it is evolution.
And you know, I used to think that all these arguments really showed evolution.
They do. You're just dumb and persuaded by completely dumb people, and now you've become incredibly dumb too.
But then I got to thinking.
No, you didn't. You don't think.
Studying changes in a beak shape, like Darwin's finches, won't show you where that beak came from.
Huh?
And despite the minor...
What do you mean where the beak came from? It was part of an evolutionary process that took millions of years? That's really all it is. Like when the dinosaurs started changing into birds and the earliest beaks were forming, we have that process down. I'm not very familiar with how to explain it because, again, layman. But again, fossil record exists. We've seen these changes over time. As far as the beaks themselves, how they've changed is based on the environments, the food they eat, what's available to them.
Here changes. A finch is still just a finch.
Yes. Evolution doesn't say it will change from being a finch necessarily. It will always be a finch. Even if it becomes a brand new species that is technically not able to breed with finches, it would still be a finch. It's just evolved in a way that separates it from other finches. Yeah, the common ancestors had a beak. Can we go back further and see how the evolution of a hardened beak proposed a survival advantage? Sure, but that's not what we're studying by looking at beak shape in these finches. Correct. We're looking at the adaptability of the finch as a as a species, as a whole, I wouldn't say it's a genus, because I'm bad at my terminology sometimes, but you look at finches and you have the different kinds of finches based on the locales of where they live. That's all it is. It's how they've changed to live in their small environments, and because we're looking at how these finches are so diverse in a small area, relatively speaking, it really says a lot about how these pressures could affect a species just in a smaller area, not to mention just the world at large.
But the truth is what we read.
Yeah,
in
we're looking at
Genesis
how the beak shapes
1:25.
conform to the species'
And
environmental
God made
niche,
the
correct.
beast of the earth according to its kind, cattle according to its kind, and everything that creeps on the earth according to its kind. And God saw that it was good.
Book said a thing.
So adaptations
Prove the thing.
are kind of like the apps on your phone.
Yeah, I can't change a person into a puppy, but
Oh my god. If they have to peck in the trees to get at grubs, then a wide, fat, strong beak wouldn't be as good as one that's a needle. Like, yeah, exactly. So you just get in there.
I can run the program that's already on my phone.
Boy. Kind of makes you think, doesn't it?
I wish it made you think. I wish it actually would do something. Oh my god, we're done. That's the end of the video. She always ends with that line. We're done. We're good. No more. I don't want. Hi, Mai. Anyway. Let me get things switched back over here. It's going to take a second. Because we got to boot up. Let me turn the controller back on. And I gotta change things over anyways, so it's gonna be a second. You know what? At this point, I don't know if if we start this now, we're not gonna get that far in. Stream's only going for like another hour and like 25 minutes roughly. How about we just watch some videos tonight? We'll just do it just chatting at this point. There's just no point in trying to start a game at this point. So we're gonna switch to just chatting. I don't like it, but so we'll just do a content mine. So just give me a quick second and we'll just do that. But if that saves species suddenly ran out of grubs, we found a new food source and berries, and yep. Look at Robot over here being all smart. Alright. Let's find something else to kind of watch and have fun with. Anyone got any suggestions on what to watch tonight? We're gonna take some suggestions and have a good time. Let's see. Yeah, it's just like collecting a bunch of stuff and like editing them together. Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's not. Do you want to watch one? Well, you can. Alright, let's fucking go. Alright. Oh, what's gonna happen? Oh no, I don't like this. Jesus Christ.
Are you gonna jump?
Some of them are blurred out for whatever reason.
Pussy.
Wait for it to break. Oh. It's very possible, yeah.
Was it a liquid?
Oh shit.
Here are some tips and tricks from a pro nerfer to help you win your next nerf battle. Part 3, let's go.
Oh god.
I should have been the Olympics with this time.
Oh my god.
Commencing attack. Say goodbye.
Like, some of these were funny, some are just kind of confusing. No idea what happened there. Ah, Trash Panda, go! Elmer's glue with the milk.
Friends at AutoZone. Look how cute he is.
What the fuck? Oh god, I didn't notice it hit a raccoon.
Shit is squishy, bro.
Are you serious?
I don't think that's supposed to come over. Oh my god. Okay, this is adorable. Ooh, get some kitty gains. Indeed, New Vegas decided to crash and not work, so we're just watching some fun stuff for a while. I don't know what this is, but it's adorable. Indeed, indeed. Oh, the stupid thing. He's running away from home.
We've been waiting for you all summer and we're so
Oh God.
finally here. We've been waiting for you all summer and we're so glad you're finally here. We've been waiting for you all summer and we're so glad you're finally here.
This is horrifying.
Finally here. Finally here. Finally
It's adorable. Love it. The duck got moves, you're right. Aww.
Have you heard of this new mochi boba? It comes with mochi balls and you stick it into this creamy foam. It's super chewy and it's one of the most...
Oh, kitty purr on a mic.
Three, two, one.
Okay, what's the dachshund gonna do? Oh, this is not gonna end well. Why do people go up on tables? Oh, this is gonna be a it's another seagull's going. Yeah, usually the videos end like this. Fun fact, armadillos are the only species apart from humans which can contract leprosy and in fact are highly contagious spreaders of the disease to humans. Cool. Let's not touch armadillos. Right, let me readjust some screens here real quick as I move some stuff around. Alright, let's think of some other good content. We can watch another one of those, or we can watch something else. I am up for suggestions tonight since everything kind of went tits up. I'm gonna take a drink while we're deciding. We can watch another one of those. We can watch some cute animal videos. We can watch some restorations, food stuff. There's a whole slew of great things we can watch. Indeed, indeed, the armadillos do. Yeah, let's watch an animal one.
Good job, Lucy.
I'd rather be shadowboxing. Aww. Little corgi dances. We're gonna weigh the cat. Very possibly, yeah. Oh no, that wait for that mirror to go down. Oh, I guess I was expecting too much. Oh no, we're getting some nudges for some pets. This dog does not look happy. Ooh, nice. Wait for it. I'm waiting for it. I was waiting for it to fall over. Never mind. It's not close enough to an edge. Oh, look at you. Is it gonna pop? Oh, I keep expecting them to do something like something pops and get a little scared. Okay, that's cute. Just daring the dog. Oh god, we're not even halfway through this yet. He like spanks. Yeah, some animals are really weird like that, just like their butts padded. Uh-oh, we got a zoomies. We got doggy zoomies. Ooh, there's a rabby. Don't think we need the sound effects. Look a little chunky. And now we got the Boyds. I didn't know freeze-dried snots had bunny. That. Aw, that's cute. Well, that's nice. I had a rabbit at one point, but it's been years. Uh-oh. One cat to go? Or is it a dog? Nope, it's cat. That cat's gone. He's just dead to the world. Yeah. Oh no. Oh no. Gonna go under at least one of these, right? Oh no. They brought a worm, a stick. Yeah, I've known a few labs in my time. They're adorable dogs, though. It's the happiness of the doggo. True. But I told I could reach the ceiling. You're not wrong.
What is happening? Hey, Willa? What's in there? Guys. Oh, it's your food. Oh
Jeez. He gets piggy. Look at that. Finally got up there. What are we about to see? Okay. Oh, it caught a mouse. Indeed, good herder. The mouse is long gone. Oh, look. No goat. Oh. Oh, God, the ear got caught. Sci-fi. Oh. Oh, God, that's horrible. Doggo has a go button. I just want to roll and cuddle. Wow, just right on in there. Shh. Let's see. How about, let's see, see if there's a new June's Kitchen yet. Nah, nothing new. Probably still from the move. Ooh, otters going to see other otters. Why not? We haven't visited Kotaro and Hana in a while. Look at him go. They're cute and funny. One of them, we watched one video from this channel once. It was one of them had a birthday, and they had a little like sushi party before, like little mini sushis and everything on plates, and they just let them go in and eat to their fill. It was great. Yep, now they see the other otter. Ooh, looky. Well, Some of them do. I don't know if they want to are interested right now, but they look like they want to play in the thing though. They want to play at the tank. They're trying. They just have like no interest. Aww. Oh. Oops. They have more than friends. Yeah, they sure do. I mean, that's very possible. That's what they were doing. Aw. It's okay. Hana's cute anyway. She'd be a little chunky, but it's fine. Ow. Oh. Exactly right. They do have each other. Must make friends with otters now. Ooh, otter forest. Hi, buddy. Let me see. You're so tired.
Oh, my stomach hurts.
Indeed, ow. Sorry, the youngest apparently isn't feeling well. Had to mute the mic for a sec. And they're all just napping now. They don't care. One sec. I'm back. The dog is staring at Kotaro. Okay, we still have a few minutes. Thank you, thank you. Look, new friends. Okay, dokie. I mean, it's true. The otters are very weird looking dogs. I can't tell what they were doing. Laying down or like trying to show the belly or what, I couldn't tell. Yeah, they got some Shiba Inu in them. Very possibly, yeah. Yeah, it's very possible. She isn't very fond of the kids. He seems to be a little bit better with them. Yeah, they can be intimidating with that many kids. So yeah, some good stuff. Let's see, how about maybe some candy making. Let's watch a candy making video, shall we? See if there's anything new from Lofty Pursuits. God, they haven't made one in 2 months. Imagine going to the aquarium to look at otters and seeing a couple of otters running around on a leash. Then you get to pet the otters. I know, right? As a kid, that'd blow my mind. I want to see this beet one. That just looks interesting. Like, I'm not a big fan of beets, but I'm just curious how this is going to go.
Hello and welcome to Lofty Pursuits and Public Displays of Confection in Tallahassee, Florida, where we make unbeatable candy. Today we felt the world needed a relaxing video. And we're going to do that by making beet-flavored candy, which you can get at our website, www.pd.net, as part of the Holiday Feast assortment.
I wonder what they've got going on right now as far as, like, any kind of specials. Yeah, probably.
Candy making makes me feel upbeat. And this candy making's been a little strange because we're using a natural beet flavoring which made the candy entirely red. But we're going to correct that with a little white food coloring and a little green to make the leaf of the beet. And we're going to even add a little red to make the beet itself a little redder. I've never worked with this flavor before, and it was difficult to acquire. We only got a small quantity
beet
of it,
flavoring.
and it beats me if it's going to be any good, but I'm going to try to get a good image in this. Judging by the smell, I'm sure it will be appetizing when I taste it.
It's always interesting to watch the candy making. Because it's a lot of hard work
we cut our
that goes into a
candy
lot of
different
this.
colors, and we drip them to cool on the table, and we drip them again and again, repeatedly. until they even out into a nice consistency. We're trying to go to something about the temperature of clay, where we can beat on the candy and change it into the shape we want. We have our dark red and our dark green reserved, but the bulk of the candy is sort of a light red, and we want to make it pinker so it'll contrast better against the green and the red. And we're going to do this by putting it on our candy hook. Usually we try to get this repeatedly folded until it becomes white, but we're not going to do that this time because it's not going to become white. It'll just become a lighter pink and increase the contrast. It'll also have the benefit of giving more little air bubbles in it. These air bubbles not only reflect light, but they also increase the surface area so the candy will taste better and it'll be more
See, we're all learning
appetizing.
something more about candy
I'm
tonight.
sorry, did I repeat myself just then?
I wonder how it would actually feel to do that outside of the fact it'd be tiring as hell. Like,
We know this
just like
flavor's a
the
little
just the
offbeat,
texture and
but it's
just like
part of
how
the
people
great
like pull on
assortment
it.
for Thanksgiving feast, our candy feast. We made this last year too. And this is one of the new flavors. We're also doing sweet corn and ham and stuffing, and they all taste amazing, and you can try it from our website, www.pd.net.
Okay, now we're gonna start rolling it.
Making a design.
I mean, I wonder how much like
drawing
when it
with
comes to
a pen.
practicing it out,
Sometimes you have to read
like to get
between
the
lines.
timing right and the
And
feel to do
this, we
everything.
started by making a
Like
round
once it
bit
becomes like
part of the
muscle
beat. We're
memory.
gonna let it cool. Bernard's taking care of that. And I'm going to make the green leaves with the red veins.
Okay, I see what you're doing. I gotta say, I'm not a fan of the taste of beets. I don't know how good this would taste to me. What about all of you? Are you into beets? 'Cause I just don't get the appeal of
Now that
them.
I've made one leaf and stem, I'm going to repeat it into 3 pieces. But the candy's getting terribly cold. And I've got to do this quickly to beat the clock.
You like beets? Okay. See, so me and Storm are on the same page. Well, that's good. I'm glad Cold Sir gets to treat you to beets. I just look at them and just don't find them appealing. Like the smell just turns me off. Emramicu's beats. Emramicu does
Because
drop
this
some
entire
mad
design
beats,
is
yo.
Sort of going to the beat of a different drummer. And
You
to
can't see
assemble
it, but I'm
differently
making
with
I'm
the
making
beat
hand
in a
gestures
row,
right now.
I'm going to take the beat
And arm
and put it in
gestures.
first, and then I'm going to mount the
I am being
leaves on
so
top
white
of
and
it.
you'll never see
Usually I
it.
connect these together before I do the outer wrap. I guess you could say by doing this, I'm beating the wrap.
Correct, robot.
Let's not beat around the bush. We sold out of this
Okay, we get
candy
the beat
just a
jokes
couple of
already.
weeks last
God.
year. And if you want to beat the rush, you should place your order right away at www.pd.net. While you're there, sign up for our email list and you'll find out when new candies are coming out. And you can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And of course, now that you're here on YouTube, make sure that that little bell is clicked and that notifications are turned on. You can also listen to the Lofty Pursuit podcast that you can find wherever you normally download podcasts, or on our website, on the podcast button at www.pd.net.
Poor Storm. Storm's got an ad. You know the best way to get rid of ads? Subs. Subs are great ways to get rid of ads. God, I want this out of my system. Oh, I'm so sick of it. Ooh, you're getting for the best part here soon when they're going to start, like, chopping it.
Now that we've pulled our logs of candy into rods, we can cut them into individual
Ooh, here we
pieces
go.
on our candle.
I bet that would actually be satisfying to do.
Well, there it is, the finished beet candy. If you're ever near the capital
That
of
wasn't
Florida,
too bad.
that's Tallahassee where we are. We're right off I-10 on the Thomasville Road exit. We're about 5 minutes away. Come and visit and enjoy our hospitality. Remember, Lofty Pursuits is also a full
Hospitality,
restaurant with a soda
Jesus
fountain in the
Christ.
middle of a toy store, so there's a lot to visit. And remember to subscribe here on YouTube and click that button for alerts. Thank you for listening.
That channel's always fun. Always has some pretty interesting candies on there. Oh god, Logic has a video on Tim Pool. No thanks. Ooh. Let's do this one. It's a skee ball game restoration. I did miss it. Ooh, gotta do a lead check. Good, 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 good. Oh, we're going to have to replace some parts, it looks like already. I wonder how bright the red's gonna be once this is done. I know there's another video on this channel where it's a restoration of a PlayStation 1. It popped up in my recommended earlier today. Oh, okay. Oh, was it painful? Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna say I'm a PS1 super fan, but the PS1 was a damn good system. You know, it really brought a lot to the table when it first came out. Changed a lot. And of course, you had the PlayStation 2, so... Yeah, I mean, it's the PlayStation 2. What can you say about it? It's not already been said. we go. There we go, some sand blasting. Here we go, blasting again. Oh, nice. I don't have my original model PlayStation 1 anymore. I think we gave it to one of my cousins at some point. I mean, I had the PlayStation 2, didn't really need it. Now I have a PC, so I really don't need a PlayStation 1 to play my PS1 games. I can just put the discs in the disc drive and do it that way. Uh-oh. Oh no, it's a sneeze. It's stuck. Ah! Ugh. I don't know. I don't know, robot. I'm no expert. Oh, did it, Rimiku? Also, hi. We were just talking about you a little bit ago. We were talking about how great you are at beats. But have you gotten a chance to see the new one yet? Ooh, here we go. We're gonna start spraying on some fun primer. Because I'm scared to say, but it oh, does it? That's interesting for a kid's show. Is it the bubblegum reference? Here to kick butt and chew bubblegum? And they're all out of gum? Ooh, this is gonna be a nice red. Look at this. And now I'm gonna let it sit and heat up. Oh, are they? Interesting. See, that came out nice. Ooh. We're gonna make these shine. Yeah, I'll see if I can find that first episode out there so I can just take a look at some of the stuff. Do they actually transform in the first episode? True, but then again, they always surprise us with those, to be fair. Like, Tokusatsu just surprises us with the weird things they do. Red, yellow, and pink trans. How bad does pink look? Like, out of costume and in costume on screen. How bad is it? Or good, I guess. I don't know. Ooh. Looking nice. Look at that shine. That's gonna that's gonna go really good together. All right, let's see how that's gonna go. Probably putting a kind of gloss over it. Nice. Okay, looking good. Looking sleek, shiny. We're already much better off than where we started. Excuse me. Not sure what that's for. Ah, I see. Never mind. Slide it into place. You gotta love it when a project comes together. Oh, we're making a new handle for the ball. Well, the ball launch. At least that's my assumption. Looking very nice. Nice. I wonder what this is gonna be. Okay, this has to be like a launch or something. Yeah. And now it becomes whole. Gotta say, I think it turned out nice. Can't wait to see how it actually like works. Curious. See, I'm a sucker for some skee ball. I actually kind of just enjoy playing it. Nice. I would actually have a lot of fun with this. I am just that simple. Yeah, you're right. Should we do another memes compilation, or does he want to see? Ooh, ooh. I kind of want to see this. I kind of want to see it. What do y'all think? Unusual memes or the X-Wing restoration? What do you want to do? Or if you got a suggestion, I'm all ears. We're just kind of chilling at this point. I may be the boss, but I'm getting you involved. Oh. Alright then. We'll do a pain or heel, see if we get to watch something fun or painful again. We already had a anti-evolution. So let's see what Imaremiku's going to give us. Yeah, still on the nice strike. Alright. Did you have something you want to watch, Imaremiku? Since it was your spin, I'll let you pick. You can do one of the two videos I suggested, or oh, you have something cool. What you got? Show me. Just kind of browsing through the worst shredder. Yeah. Oh, fuck. 1 minute. DM it to me on Discord real quick. I got my nose. Or whisper it, either way. There we go. There we go. The first ever drum machine you could buy. Interesting.
Hello, how's it going? Today we're in a room in This Museum's Not Obsolete, which I've been sort of fixing up over the past month. Behind us we have the Digisound 80 and the Elector Formant. People were playing on this in the open day this weekend, and the Formant is synced up to the clock. And they'll be joined by a couple more DIY modular synthesizers of the era very soon, so there'll be videos on that. Also in here is the rearranged Strowger telephone exchange stuff, which I'm currently working towards getting wired up finally to the internet, so you can call in to all of the synthesizers in the museum. And also in the middle of the Strowger telephone exchange setup is the beginnings of the drawing machine, which is also a musical instrument, but we'll look at that closer at another point. But today we're going to be having a look at this rather ominous and heavy wooden box right here. This is the Wurlitzer Sideman, and it is the first commercially released drum machine. Ooh! This came out in the late 50s when transistors were still sitting around in laboratories and stuff, so it is valve-based, but it's also electromechanical.
This will be interesting.
The Musician Association actually contacted Wurlitzer asking them kindly to stop producing the Sideman because they were worried that it was going to take drummers' jobs. Imagine if this really hit off and Metallica, instead of having Lars Ulrich, was using this drum machine. Actually thinking of that, I hope in a dimension somewhere.
Hey, sometimes outdated technology is really interesting to look at. Just because it's outdated doesn't mean it's not cool or interesting. Sometimes it does, but other times it doesn't. It's a gamble.
Play an organ or guitar or something to turn you into a one-man band. From the outside, it looks pretty nondescript, and for all you know, your grandma may have one in her living room, and she probably thinks it's a coffee table or something. And think of the poor sheep that it took to make all of these grills. All of the controls are at the top of the machine right here. You've got a volume, a start and stop switch, an on and off light that tells you the tempo. You can play the drums manually, and you can also adjust the drum pattern. And if you flick over to Foxtrot, you have more controls. You can adjust the cymbal pattern, the block pattern, and the kick drum to be on every 2-beat or 4-beat. Ooh. All of the drums are based around triodes doing their doop, thing. The valves aren't the only solution in here. It's also electromechanical, so we'll take the top off and have a closer look. The thing is that the top is the heaviest part of it. Oh my God.
Man,
Oh,
look at that
jeez.
thing.
So when you take the top off it, you see that the drum machine, well, it's all sitting on one big chassis. So that means it's pretty easy to repair if it goes wrong. And I've heard that some of these things do tend to go wrong quite a bit, but I've been lucky with this. I've only had to fix a couple of little bits. The first interesting thing is the speaker setup. Look at the tweeter chilling out in front of the cone, but there is also other speakers around the side. Right, if you travel up over here, you'll find another tweeter speaker just chilling out. Next to the speaker on this side of the machine, we have all of the capacitors and resistors.
That
sitting
just
on
looks like a
turret boards
nightmare to
for
me.
all of the drum sounds. This is a sight to behold itself. It's sort of like a Peter Vogel sculpture chilling in the back of your drum machine. You can see that there's common buses running up the center, probably power and such, and then there's all of the capacitors and resistors running
Oh, yeah,
onto
definitely.
their own turret board.
I just look at this and I'm
On
like,
this
if
side,
something
we
ever
also
went
have a
wrong,
sequencer
I mean, I wouldn't know how to
wheel.
fix it
Think
anyway,
about
but
it,
I would be
have to have either
lost.
been electromechanical or valve-based. Valve-based would have been very heavy, very expensive, and used a lot of energy and stuff. So this at the time would make a lot of sense, especially with the fact that Wurlitzer made jukeboxes that had similar setups in there. So, you know, they already had the sort of technology to make slip disc designs like this. So this central part is the common contact, and that is being connected to all of these on the outside. The outer two are for 4/4 rhythms, the inner ones are for 3/4 rhythms, and then all of these connections come out in a reasonably convoluted manner over to this, which is behind the control panel, which is up here. And that's when the wires jump over to this ridiculous rotary switch, which is 24 gangs deep. That's right, this is all one rotary switch connected to the knob on the top. So when you twist the pattern knob on the top, the axle at the center selects between all of these rotary positions on all of these 24 gangs of contacts. This and the sequencer disc together will be creating the patterns that you will be hearing.
Okay.
Also note the filter capacitor that is gaffer taped to the chassis. Ooh. Below this ridiculous rotary switch are all of the valves. This is the other side of the circuitry of the drum voices. You'll see that there are adjustment preset potentiometers. They've been stuck in place, but I have cleaned them already, so the red has come off a little bit. They're based on ECC 83s. You may recognize that name as they are substitutes for 12AX7s, and they have dual triodes, and each of the valves have 2 drum sounds on each of them. Moving along, we get to the back of the speaker, and below that we get to the amplifier. This is the loudspeaking amplifier. It's nothing strange, with a 12AX7 preamp and an EL84 power amp. And then above all the valve goodness, we get to the back of the sequencer disc. And the interesting mechanisms don't stop there. We've got a motor here which is connected to this mechanism via this band.
I
which
actually
is
can't wait to see this
charge
thing in
of the
action.
Speed control. In order to show you how the speed control works, I think it would be best to just turn it on. So this is the back of the sequencer disc, and as you can see, this wheel is driving it, and on the other side it's actually spinning around. You can just see it doing its thing right there. But if you want to speed it up, all you do is mechanically reduce the circumference of the driver disc by moving it further to the center. And as you go to the middle, it speeds it up a lot more. We'll go in the middle. So simple. That's the quickest speed. How crazy is that? This whole mechanism is directly connected to the speed dial, so when you're pulling this along, it pulls the whole thing with it. This whole mechanism is also in charge of turning on and off the machine. When you bring it to the slowest setting, it turns off this toggle switch, which in turn turns the machine off.
Oh, nice.
But the crazy mechanisms don't stop there. There's also this pretty
That's a pretty smart way to do it.
The pattern generating
Nice and simple.
circuits up to the drum voices. So when you turn on the start button, this initiates and connects all the contacts over here. I was having some problems with this, and as you can see, the contacts are just those tiny little
That's very
springs
possible.
right there. So yeah, it just took a little bit of finicking. But what this does is directly connect the pattern circuitry up to the back of the buttons which manually play the drums. So you can just play it like a normal electronic drum machine as well, if you want to. Anyway, enough talking. Let's see what the Wurlitzer Sideman sounds like.
Ooh, here we go. Ooh. Listen to it whirling up. Gotta say, for the time, that's pretty impressive. Again, this is 1959.
I'm just going to quickly disconnect the motor so we can play the drum sounds without the motor running so we can hear them with the room reverb on their own.
This is actually really solid sounds. I didn't expect them to kind of be that clear.
So that is the Wurlitzer Sideman. There's a couple of things that I've got in mind for it. The first thing is making a clear case for it, or at least having it in a clear cabinet. So when people come to the museum, they can see it in all of its glory. I'm not sure how running it's going to be. I have a feeling if I have it running all the time, it's just considerably going to reduce its lifespan. For instance, I don't know how long these things are going to last for before they wear out. So it might be a stationary item that gets turned on for special occasions, or it might not. Who knows? What do you think? There is a bunch of non-permanent modifications that I want to do to this. For instance, having trigger outputs for every single one of the instruments, as well as trigger inputs. So you can trigger it externally, but you can also
I think
sync
Wurlitzer
things
had a
up to it.
tendency to
For
go
instance,
all in on their
synthesizers. To make
music
those
tech and not
modifications
thinking
work,
about
it
cost
wouldn't
because
be
their
that hard.
customers
All I
were
have to do is
organized.
probably
Yeah,
go
true.
off the back of the buttons at the top.
That would
They
make
connect
sense if
both
that's their primary
on the drum circuit. And
customer
that way, if we
base.
solder wires onto solder
I mean, if you're going
pads
for an
and make them
organ,
go
you're
off
already
somewhere
going
else,
all in on
then
a
we can
price
just bring it
anyway.
back to original whenever required. So there will be another video on this in the near future.
That was really interesting.
Likewise, you can come and see this when the museum is open. There's one more out of season open day, and then it's open every single weekend from the Easter. Ooh. If you want to support the museum and the videos, as well as getting samples of this and loads of other things, then go and check it out on Patreon. The links are below. Anyway, I've been Look Mum No Computer. This is the Wurlitzer Sideman. This museum's not obsolete, and that's a lot of words. And yeah, don't forget.
That was really interesting. Thank you for that, Murmiku. I appreciate it. Let me go down here a minute. Okay. Let's go ahead and do this. You're not wrong. It is pretty fascinating.
Gotcha, bitch.
We don't have cable.
Hey guys, today I'm going to teach you a really cool thing to do with leftover soup you might not have thought of.
Uh-oh.
What makes someone a criminal? Getting caught.
Put the money in my ass, nigga.
You did do that, but I didn't think of it. Oh, this is going to end badly.
Like, nah, like, I don't know what he on, but like, I'm about to tip him over. Yo, the cig is still lit. Oh, take a move! Take a move!
Steven, what are you doing in there?
Drugs.
Thank you, Muriku, for 6 months. 'Tis a penguin.
Frivolous with your products, man. You're slapping the table, they're flying everywhere, you're tossing the glasses.
They're unbreakable.
Unbreakable?
They're
Test it.
unbreakable.
Test it.
Break them.
They're not unbreakable.
Speedy.
Don't tell me they're unbreakable.
Listen,
Don't challenge me.
listen.
Don't challenge me, Rachel.
They're
I will break them.
listen, Speedy. They're unbreakable. They cannot.
Oh!
I don't care.
Hey, yo, girl, can you give me one of those fresh ass you keep saying?
Alright. Just look at the happy boy.
Thank you. You appear to have forgotten the weenie. Thank you.
Jesus Christ.
You want food?
You, I guess.
A high rate of violence and more people living below the poverty line than anywhere else.
Oh no, how bad is this gonna be?
Yo, Pudgy, how you feel about people saying you sound like Yoshi?
Ooh, we got an owl. You never felt more vindicated? I know, right? Oh no. Oh, this does not end well. Trash Panda Sumo.
You have 16 shots per.
Oh! Oh my god, that's so cute. Indeed, the choo-choo has arrived.
Oh.
Cow paid a home visit. Well, that was 5 kinds of dumb. Oh, this is good. Yeah, that's about what I expected. Cow invasions are a serious problem. Why though? I don't know. Why anything? Just why anything at this point, right? 'Twas indeed an owl. I'll look real quick see if there's anything else interesting. Court of Owls confirmed. There you go. And why not? Let's go ahead and just do this. We'll make this the last video for the night. Because I gotta get food soon. Because I'm a hungry boy. It's not the worst of these I've seen. I have seen way worse looking ones, but it is a bit rough. You can see all the yellowing. You know, I never had like the big X-wings or anything when I was a kid. I know, right? Well, it doesn't have the pilots. It's not completely complete. It is missing at least that, as far as I can tell. So maybe it has the pilot too. I don't know. I did have like TIE Fighter and Vader's TIE Fighter when I was a kid, the big ones. Because this is around the time they did like the special edition re-releases and stuff. Lightsaber screwdriver drawer is smart. Yeah. The in jokes tend to be pretty good on this channel. You don't have the Lego models? I was never into Legos growing up, really. Oh, I don't know if it's missing a screw or what. Ta-da! I'm gonna guess there's gonna be some UV light work on this one because of the plastics. Ooh. Wow. Probably, yeah. And I've seen it used on a lot of like PCs and stuff for restorations on that, on like LGR. Which again, great channel. People should check out if you're into like retro gaming and like old school like PCs and technology stuff. Sometimes it has like restorations, sometimes it's builds, sometimes it's just like fun dives into like the history of an item. It's really fun. I've gotten Magnetar addicted to it. You know, I might be wrong. They may not do it. Ooh, all the decals are going. Ah, here we go. Yep. Yep, they're hydrogen peroxide. Another one I see is like Retro Bright, I believe is what it's called. Look at that. It's very possible, yeah. See? It still kind of hurts to see it pulling off at the same time, even if you can replace them. But look how clean that looks. And leave with a very minty feeling. Oh, nickel plating maybe? No. It's a nickel plating, yeah. I was right. Wonder if we're gonna get some new parts for where he had to drill in. Ah, touch-ups. Gonna make it shine. Never noticed how flat the R2 is. Like, doesn't even have the other, like the sensors or anything, the external sensors. Oh, the pen. I was wondering what the hell that was for a second. We gotta let there be light now. Really crazy with green anarchy. Remember, this is a restoration, not a modification. Though it would be interesting. Just X-wing shooting. Actually, X-wing design with TIE fighter like materials, and then shooting green energy bolts and stuff. I think that'd be pretty interesting. only shoot blue and purple lasers. I ain't gonna complain. Those are two good colors. I approve. Yellow, Oop, here we go. We have light. Odie's oil. I don't want Odie's oil anywhere near me. Thank you very much. It looks good. It looks really good so far. There we go. Now it's gonna look sleek. Yeah, it's definitely a vast improvement over when it came in, for sure. There we go. Put on the tip. She's ready to fight in the rebellion. Ooh, gonna give it a little bit of polish. You still see a little bit of the yellowing on it, but it looks better on that. And there we go. Gotta say, it cleans up really nice. Definitely looks like brand new out of box now. Not bad, not bad. Alright. We are gonna find someone right here in a minute. I want to give a big thanks to everyone that hung out tonight. I appreciate all of you. Thank you again to T and Angelic for the raid earlier. Is the electric motor just for noise? And lighting, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's supposed to sound like an engine. But yeah, for the raid earlier, appreciate it. Of course, Green Garden for the bits earlier. And Imruku for the resub. I appreciate all of you. And I hope you've enjoyed your weekend. I'll be back Tuesday for the birthday stream. So look forward to that. As long as everything goes out nicely and nothing, screws up my schedule, I'll be starting around 10:30 a.m. Eastern. And I'll stream for as long as I can with little breaks during it for like food and that. So be here for that. It's going to be a good time. And then, of course, the rest of the week's going to be normal schedule unless something, changes, comes up. You know how things go. And then the following week, my kids are on spring break and they will be away. So who knows how my stream schedule might change a little bit for that week. I don't know. But yeah, if you enjoyed yourselves and you haven't yet, drop a follow here. If you want to support the channel, of course, drop a sub. You can check out the merch shop and, you know, all good stuff. And as you've seen going through the chat, I do have a GoFundMe going right now. It's still there. Still trying to find some work and trying to keep my, you know, car insurance paid, which right now it is. Some people have already helped out, at least with that so far. And I appreciate all of you that helped out with that. But for like the car loan and other bills, if you can, go to the GoFundMe link right there. Donate if you're able to without putting yourself in any bad financial situations. Do not put yourself out just to help me. That would be awful, and I would feel awful. So take care of yourselves first on that front. If you can't give, that's fine. Share the link on social media wherever you can. It'd be very much appreciated. I am still throwing out applications, but you know how job hunting goes. Beyond that, that's all I've got. And we are going, I think, to raid Necosaurus, who is doing some Chrono Cross. So let's see how that's going right now. It's a it's a subathon. So yeah, how about everyone go ahead and join in the raid here. We're gonna go raid over to Cirrus. I want you to share all the love over there. Be kind, and you know, follow the rules on the channel. I expect good things from all of you. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe out there. I love your faces, and you know, thanks again for hanging. And yeah, let's go ahead. Let's kick up some music here real quick. You're gonna be heckin' naughty. I mean, I expect nothing else from you, Robot. That's all you are. You're just going around stabbing people in the butt, aren't you, in the chat? That's all you're gonna do. But, you know. Just take care of yourselves. Love your faces. I'll see you over there. You have a good night, alright? Raid time. Bye-bye.